Since the Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, Abba tested positive for coronavirus, rumors have trailed the health status of the president, although it was reported yesterday that President Muhammadu Buhari tested negative for coronavirus. However, media houses have reported that the president's health condition is critical as he has begun to show symptoms of coronavirus. According to Sahara reporters, the Presidential Intensive Care Unit has been set up for the president yesterday. Some other news platforms also reported that Buhari is coughing repeatedly. However, Southerners on social media have begun to call on the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Muhammad Tanko, to swear in the Vice President of the Federation, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, as acting President of Nigeria, as rumors trail President Buhari's health status. Some have argued that there should not be a vacuum in the leadership of the country, especially at this critical time. They dare the president to address Nigerians if truly he is healthy and still capable of leading the country. Some Nigerians have blasted those calling for the inauguration of the vice president as acting president. They argue that the statement made by some Southerners can lead the country into chaos and instability. They said it is too early to make such a request because the presidency is yet to comment on the president's health status. Many Nigerians are still waiting for the presidency to reveal the president's health status. And we have a lot of people reacting on Twitter. Someone says we cannot have vacuum in governance in Nigeria at this critical time. The president, Buhari, is probably incapacitated. The shadow president, Abba is also coronated. My goodness. Can we invoke the constitution and swear in Vice President Osinbajo as acting president? Another says, Gimba, the constitution is clear. If for any reason Baba Tateru Nikpa, the next person to step in as president is Vice President Osinbajo, the one Dawusu referred to as VP Academics. He would assume the power of the president, and anyone that intends instigating crisis will be dealt with. Protect the president by all means. We can't afford a repeat of the Yar'Adua's era in this critical time. The potential replacements are a breed of vultures I wouldn't want to see. Honestly, I don't know why people are just insinuating and, trying to be too forward. Until when, let's see what will happen. Is, of course, naturally everything will just go in naturally. That is what I believe. Because the other time we talked about a writer from the north saying that he cannot afford to have a repeat of what happened during Goodluck Jonathan and Yar'Adua's time. And at the end of the day, then they hid everything. They tried to manipulate, they tried to draw manner of things, but at the end of the day, the center couldn't hold. And at the end of the day, the whole thing was, was just there. They were just doing back and forth, back and forth. We could remember what happened then. Oh, the likes of James, the wife of the late Yar'Adua, Turai, or something. They were just going back and forth. A lot of people vested interest. But at the end of the day, they couldn't hold what they started, and they just deceived Nigerians. So no matter how they hide anything, definitely it will still come out. That is just what I believe. I just believe that those who are calling for swearing in of anybody, they shouldn't. It's not needed. It's not needed. What is happening now, it's not something that anybody planned for. And see the way things have been going. So since it has started like that, they should not just be in a hurry. Everything will settle itself. That is what I believe. Someone says some Northerners want another Northerner to become president after Buhari has ruled for 8 years. Some are pushing Igbo presidency, others are pushing Southwest presidency. As more people reveal their true intentions, a lot more will cleave back to their own political enclave. At the end of the day, everybody wants to be there. At the end of the day, what do they do? Nothing. They are not ready to do anything, just to go there and take their own share. That is what has been happening. Nobody is patriotic. Forget all these their rhetorics they sing here and there, all these speeches. No, none of them, majority of them. I know there's some people that are still good, but unfortunately they cannot just get there. Majority of them that are shouting from pillar to post, they are not patriotic. We can see them. That is when they will now be quoting that their political verse. That it is permanent interest ability, say not no permanent friends and enemy, only permanent interest. That is their quote. So I don't know what people really think about it, whether it is the right time for them to be doing all of those things. And since they are trying to be manipulative concerning the president's health, because we've heard many things, but let's see how it all of them will turn out to be. How many times would he die? Some people they can make someone to laugh, asking that how many times will he die. Abi una want to pirate Buhari again? God has exposed you people. Osinbajo should take over from the dead man Buhari. My fear for this country is the fact that we are being forced to remain one close to 60 years of independence and about 106 years of our forced marriage by Lord Lugar. Ordinarily, let's assume the president is sick. Should the next step should the next step be a call for handing over power? Our president is not a stone that cannot fall sick, and this is why all these petty calls for handing over should be discountenanced as by all. Of course, the people that are fanning the embers of disunity in our land are doing so not because they love the country, but what is likely to accrue to them in the face of avoidable commotion that may result from such action. The people of Nigeria should use this intercontinental holiday to make closer to God and seek his face for forgiveness. I pray that God heals our land. Nigerians are always in haste since it is not possible to cover smoke. Whether the president is sick or not, the truth or the otherwise will still come to light. So who are the so-called southerners calling for the VP to be sworn in as the president? The country is already tensed, and so no one should be allowed to add petrol to fire. Everybody should just calm down. Everybody should calm down. People are not even they are not even being careful on how not to even contact this whole thing. Tell them to stay back, stay at home. You see those who are running skater. I think people should just leave this whole thing. Like I said, everything will just fall in naturally. Nobody should start farming what is not. Someone says very stupid submission. So the VP will be sworn in on the basis of rumors. Are we so stupid? No. This gentleman, Baba Buhari, would finish his tenure of 8 years on the throne. He will wish his PMB. You know, that wish will go to him or her. Anybody praying for Buhari will not succeed. Someone say, even if the president is sick, there is a certain stage before talking of swearing in. Or of course, it's not really adding up. In my opinion, it's not really adding up. Why should anyone be calling for that? Many Nigerians are still waiting for the presidency to reveal the true state of the president's health. They have not started waiting. They will have to wait long. In fact, they will have to go to court to extract that. What do they want it for? What do they intend to do with it? Nobody will oblige them. So they had better start investigative journalism and stop asking or making unnecessary demands. Investigative journalism. Why not swear in the writer as the president and so followers as minister and co? Even if this second Buhari die, the cabals will bring the third Buhari to continue. Some people they can make someone to laugh, honestly. Either Osinbajo to be swearing as acting president or not. What I know is that Nnamdi Kanu prophecy is about to happen and Nigeria know the truth and hate to hear it. It is constitutional, but both northern and southwest are the same. It is time we know who occupied Aso Rock. Of course, that's why some a lot of people with what they believe, a lot of people, different people with what they believe. All of this is people are talking, and it's none of their business. So just like this particular person has said, it is not their business at all. If you like, do whatever you want to do. So guys, let us hear your opinion. For those who are calling for the vice president to be sworn in, they just want to create problem where there's none, in my opinion. But I don't know what you think. Of course, we've been hearing rumors, but at least let things fall in naturally, and before you know it, things will fall in shape. So leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you.